There's talk that with the potential Trump presidency, Bitcoin is going to go over 100,000. So there's a lot of hype and interest into this. But an interesting fact is that for inverse ETF, there's only roughly 112 million globally. And so ProShares Short Bitcoin is the main ETF with 70 million. So your ETF that is brand new to the market, can you tell us a little bit about it? How much AUM are you expecting? What's the management fee? And I'm predicting that you could potentially have the largest inverse Bitcoin ETF in the world.
We try to introduce this new asset class to our clients. At this point, we try to introduce inverse ETF to the market. And one of the most important reasons you already mentioned, Rebecca. So it's like you said, Donald Trump is obviously a big fan of Bitcoin, and the people say the Bitcoin price might goes to like 100,000 very soon, and but from the market, we all see the big rallies for this asset class for the past 1 year, and we think for some of the investors they need to have like either control the risk or take another position of the Bitcoin, but right now for Bitcoin it's not that easy to open an account to trade futures, to get negative position or to inverse to short Bitcoin. So we try to introduce this daily rebalanced one-time inverse ETF to the market.
There's a ton of demand for this specific strategy as part of broader strategies, or if you take a simple call on market direction. Do you have an initial projection of how much AUM you think this specific product might start to inhale?
As an asset manager, AUM obviously is the most important thing for asset managers. But right now, we're doing leveraging inverse products. We pretty much all of our leveraging inverse product, no matter how big it is, we are all start with a very, very small very small seeding. Something like, at day one, something like 5 million to 10 million. Normally it's the starting point. And as long as the market, favors this sort of strategy, people feels that this strategy has good liquidity, can help them to either, to enhance their risk or whatever, and or take other positions. So the AUM will grow, yeah. I think 70 million is not a big number.
So as one of the largest players, where's the AUM coming from, and what do you project it to be by end of year, in 1 year, 2 years' time?
For the inverse one, it will be very, very interesting because it is also the first inverse Bitcoin ETF in Asia. Because at that time when we introduced the Bitcoin ETF, future-based Bitcoin ETF, I think the market is on the bottom. And right now, with the huge rally, that it's not that cheap. So we think we can have decent numbers from here. But at day one, I think when we launched at day one when we launch this inverse ETF, the number won't be big. But I think 50 million. 100 million is definitely achievable, giving us 1 or 2 years.
Easy work, as they say. Are you expecting any competition?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Of course, yeah.
I've got to ask you, how much in terms of fees are you charging for this one? And, do you expect competition to intensify? And how do you look at fees moving forward then?
Sure. So for this one, the fee is 1.99%. It's like 199 basis point. From a lot of people's view, it's not cheap. But for this,
it's not. Yeah.
It's not cheap.
But an interesting
But
fact,
it's the only one in the market, at least in Asia, right?
No,
Yeah.
but the thing is, in the U.S., they have an S&P CME Bitcoin Futures Daily 2 times leverage, and it's the largest leverage crypto ETF, and it has $1.7 billion in asset management, and their management fee is 1.9%.
Yeah.
And so for leverage and inverse, you can charge more.
The reason is because the leverage and inverse one, we are not encouraging people to hold a long period of time. It's only pretty much for trading. So the maximum time is like 7 days or 2 weeks, something like that. And we encourage people to hold these products, shorter, like 2 to 3 days. So for them, 199 basis point divided like 1 day is like half basis point. It's really nothing, but they just try to catch up the momentum.